I am making a game called Buddyfall, and this is how the game started. On paper, the idea was simple. A strategy game, easy to learn but hard to master. And this is how it looks like now. But before we take a deeper look to the current version, I want to show you how the game actually started. Hi, my name is Veeti, and I'm a software developer. I currently work by coding websites for companies. I'm from Finland and I live with my spouse and our two dogs, Mortti and Väin. About 1 year ago I graduated and became a software engineer. I actually started coding when I was a kid in primary school. I made small games with Scratch. Later I moved to Unity, where I made most of my games. But there was one problem. I actually never finished the game. Nothing launched, nothing complete. And then came my bachelor's thesis. So I asked my teacher if it's fine to me to build a game. There was one rule though, you must learn something new. So I thought, if I learn Godot, but build the back end using web technologies. So we had to combine those two. And the teacher said yes. And suddenly it wasn't just a school project anymore. It was a chance to finally make and finish a game. When the project started, I did a lot of brainstorming. I searched Google, I sketched everything on paper and chatted with AI. And at some point something clicked. The idea I got was inspired by 3 things: chess, Clash Royale and Pokemon. From chess I got the idea of the grid-based game and a strategy game. From Clash Royale I took the rankings, collections and the decks. And from Pokemon I took the joy of collecting things. On paper I drew a grid and then I added 2 goals, one in the bottom left corner and one in the top right corner. If you reach the enemy goal, you win. The cards were squares with monsters on them. Each side on the card has arrows from 0 to 5. The arrow shows how many grid cells you can move in that direction. So for example, 5 arrows up means you can move 5 cells upwards. Each player has a deck of 8 cards, but only 4 cards in his hand at a time. The game is turn-based, like chess. On your turn, you can do one thing. You can move the piece or place a new one. After that, the turn switches. To be honest, the rules changed multiple times when designing the game. And honestly, they might still change in the future. But there was one big problem that came out in the playtesting. Moving the card towards the enemy goal took a long time. And then if the opponent catches your card, you need to start all over again. So I added this new rule to it. Once you move a card, you capture the grid cells you travel through. And now you can place your new cards there. So even if your card gets captured, you're much closer to the enemy goal than you were at the beginning of the match. After I was happy with the rules, I started to build the game in Godot. I made basic menus, very bad matchmaking system, and a ranking system, and well, the actual game itself. When I was developing the game, then the deadline hit, and hard. So I wrote one rule for myself: just make it playable, not production ready. And yes, it became really ugly, but I finished it. The game actually worked. It had bugs, it had balance problems, but it was playable. I actually played it a lot with my family, and they loved it. And for the first time, I actually finished the game. After I did a demo of the game to my teacher, he asked if I'm gonna continue the game, and I said I'm not sure yet. Well, almost a year later, I remembered the game, and I got new ideas instantly. So I rebuilt the game, but using web applications, and at some point I knew I had to make this production ready. Right now, the game is actually closer to the finish than ever. I have built most of it by myself. It has deck building, matchmaking, cleaner UI, better graphics, everything. But it's still not complete. I'll show you the features in more detail in the next videos. But now I want to play the game with you guys. So let's go. This is an ongoing game. You can move cards up to the arrow mount, and your goal is to capture the chess in 2 moves and win the game. Alright, pause the video, try it yourself, and come back for an answer. Alright, here's the solution. First, you need to move the card here. Then I could move the card here, but I can't defend your card in time because the turn changes. On your next turn, you can capture the chest and win the game. And that's it, you solved it, congrats. And if you didn't, that's fine. We are gonna have a bunch of these puzzles in the upcoming videos. There's still a lot of things I want to add to the game. And since I don't have the thesis pushing me anymore, that's why I'm making these videos. To stay motivated and to build the game together with you guys. But now I need your help. The game will launch on web, and for that reason you can't wishlist the game from anywhere. That's why I made a landing page for the game. The landing page is buddyfall.com. From the landing page you can join the waitlist. For joining the waitlist, you get notified when the game actually launches. You can also join the Discord server from below. From there you can give feedback, ideas for the game, and talk with the community. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this and consider subscribing to the channel. And I'll see you on the next video.